Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our next Lunch and Learn. And we are here at Yonge and Eglinton. So, boundaries, there's kind of no official boundary. So, I'm going to say to the north, it's Briar Hill. To the south, it's Chaplin and Davisville. I'll go east to Mount Pleasant and west to Avenue Road. So, in 2017, the Toronto Life did a survey, and they said that Yonge and Eglinton was one of the highest ranked neighborhoods in Toronto for housing, transit, entertainment, health, people, and employment. Geographically, it is the center of the city, and it's surrounded by beautiful neighborhoods. There's Forest Hill, Linton Park, Sherwood Park, North Toronto, and Davisville Village, all within pretty much close to walking distance. It was first settled in the early 19th century, and it was a village. It's called the Village of Eglinton. If you want a little interesting tidbit, this area used to be the largest cattle grazing region in Upper Canada. And in honor of that, just sort of to the east here, they have what they call Cowbell Lane. And one more little interesting thing, I'm going to sort of go off script. There was a Aboriginal village. If you just go west of us, there's a hill, Eglinton Park. It was an Aboriginal village. Anyways, let's go look at another piece of history.
So another interesting note, if any of you were paying attention in grade 9 history class, you'll know the 1837 Upper Canada Rebellion. It started at Montgomery Tavern, which is literally in this spot. It became a postal station, and now it's a stock restaurant. Anyways, the rebels, they marched south. They met with the loyalists who were marching north at around Davisville. There was a skirmish. 3 guys died, and a few days later, the loyalists came and they burnt the tavern down. In 1894, the Metropolitan Street Railway, it began operating. There was a horse-drawn streetcar that went from Toronto right up to Eglinton Village. The population, it grew really, really quickly. And in 1890, the village of Eglinton, it was incorporated into North Toronto. And in 1912, North Toronto was annexed into Toronto. So still, even by 1920, most of this area was farms. And the layouts of all the streets, they pretty much marked the boundaries of most of the fields. In 1954, TTC, the Eglinton subway station, was the very, very end of the line, and that's when it opened up. And fingers crossed, the Eglinton Crosstown LRT, it's slated to open in the fall of 2024, a mere 13 years after it started construction in 2011. Anyways, let's go eat Benny's Barbecue. Let's check it out.
So we're here in Benny's Barbecue. It's a small little place. If it's on Yonge Street, it's like in a little alleyway just north of Erskine. I've got to check this place out. I tried everything: the brisket, the pulled pork, the sausage. I was just in Austin, Texas in September, and we were at this really famous place called Black's Barbecue, which was great. This is just as good, so I recommend this place. Come check it out. So today, the area is nicknamed Young and Eligible, and for a pretty good reason. So just over 50% of the people in the neighborhood, they're either single, separated, divorced, and the lion's share are between 30 and 44 years old. So that leaves probably just under half who are married, and many of them have families. So you may ask, why the mix? Well, handy access to the TTC, there's so many shops, pubs, restaurants, there's many amenities, there's parks, there's community centers and sports facilities. If I do have a criticism, there is a growing number of towers, and the small business charm that used to be here, it kind of eroded, and that detracts from the home-oriented development of the past. Anyhow, this ultimately will continue on into the future. There's kind of no stopping that. So the vibe here, the pace in the hub is very, very busy. But as you can see, the side streets, they're pretty quiet. There's large trees, good-sized homes, well-kept, and beautiful manicured lawns. Now for prices. So sales in the area, overwhelmingly condos. There's about 85% of the sales in the last year were condo sales. But freeholds first. So semis, they're about $1.5 million to low $2 million generally. Detached, 1.5 to as high as $5 million, but the majority are between $2 and $3 million. As for condos, studios, low to mid 400,000, one bedrooms, 5 to 800,000, 1+ den, 5 to 900,000. Again, it really all depends on the size. Some 1+1s could be smaller than some 1 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms, again, mid 600s for tiny 2 bedrooms, like around 650 square feet, up to probably about 1.8 million, but the majority are between mid 7s to mid 9s. And 2+1s, mid 7s to 2.2 million, again, the majority between 8 and 1.3. Anyhow, I love doing these videos. Like, share, and talk soon.